Welcome back. This is Dreddeus with another episode in the Minnesota Vikings franchise, my post-draft franchise, and I cannot be happier to finally get going playing Madden again with a very, very different setup. Of course, this franchise will incorporate all the new signings up to the 5th of May, as well as all the rookies. We've got all the rookies on board in this draft file. We've got Jordan Addison, we've got DeWayne McBride, Mekhi Blackmon, Jay Ward, and of course Jaquelin Roy. Those are only the ones that made it into the Vikings roster, of course, but everybody is here, also including Mr. Irrelevant, down to Mr. Irrelevant. What a name, actually, but there we go. And that will be, let me just scroll down here, unless they cut him quite brutally, to be honest. I don't even see him here. I think they cut him already. Jesus, man. It was Desjuan Jones, or Desjuan Johnson. He was the last player to be picked in the draft. But of course, Madden sometimes is brutal and sometimes very, very different in handling certain things. Nevertheless, you can see that the newest players our newest player trades are already correctly changed, and we've also got quite a few adaptations here, if you want to put it that way. Zach Wilson has been downgraded to 71, as is very well deserved. He didn't really deserve to be much better. Anyhow, what I wanted to say is this week we don't have a lot to take care of. We only have weekly strategy. We're going to be taking care of the players, of course, but I wanted to fix the depth chart because that was a little bit wonky last time we started the game. Also, I'm not sure if I already showed you the team in this view here. The offensive line looking pretty good. The only exception, to be honest, is Ed Ingram with a 69 rating. That is not too hot, actually. Down here, we also have Ezra Cleveland on the left guard position. 73, but he has a startup trade, so that gives us hope. On the wide receiving side, you can see all the players are here. Dalvin Cook was very, very good last week, scored 2 touchdowns. Alexander Madison and McBride here. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Jalen Naylor. Yeah, it was Jalen Naylor who just ran along and scooped up the ball after the fumble in overtime from the kick. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Didn't expect that, but there we go. We do have a problem here in the tight end room at the moment because TJ Hawkinson, who would be our tight end, is currently injured. He's going to be out for 9 weeks, which is absolutely horrific. I'm not really sure how to handle that at the moment. Would really like to have him on board, but currently that is not possible. So I was really thinking pretty hard if there was something I could do. I think I will be looking if I might be able to sign an interesting player to the squad to help us out on tight end a little bit. On defense, things are looking pretty nice. When you look at the squad, you really can't see that many problems. I do want to have Brian Asamoah and Jordan Hicks here as my starters. Hicks, of course, 30 years old, a little bit on the older side. That doesn't matter too much. For the moment, we're pretty well set, actually, right? We're starting quite well here. We've got good players here and there. I do want to get Booth up here. Blackmon with the startup trade. I also want to get him maybe a little bit higher here. So Jojo Williams. And this is Evans here signed by him. So looking good. The depth charts definitely are not the way I want to have them. But again, the defense is looking very nice. We've got a few weird situations here. One of those would be, that's Asamoah here, Brian Asamoah II. Not really as developed as I want him to be, but he has such good attributes strewn in there. But those red ones just drag him down very, very hard. And that just makes him look way worse than he actually is. I want to have Curtis Weaver over here as my right edge player, but we also have Otomewo here. We could use, we could actually use Dreddeus Smith as an edge rusher. I might think about that one because that would free us up here, give Marcus Davenport the go at the right outside linebacker position, and it would sort of solve this issue here where we have players here that are okay-ish, but not really the overall that I want them to be. I want to have Jaquelin Roy up here. So those are the adaptations I will be making. I will switch over to the depth chart and just fix that. But let me just see, the practice squad is really full right now. The big question that I have is, I did see that there are some interesting wide receivers available that actually are a little bit better or more interesting than these players that I have in here, right? The Eagles were the team that lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and they have really not slept in preparation for the next season. Jalen Hurts, still the quarterback, 24 and 88 rated superstar depth trait. Really a fantastic player. Don't think that I have to say a lot about him. He's just absolutely great. And this will be a very different game in comparison to the game against the Packers, where we had Teddy Bridgewater as our opposing quarterback. Marcus Mariota switched from the Falcons. He's now here. He's a backup quarterback. Tanner Mekhi, a rookie from the 23 draft, and Ian Book, 24 and 56. Horrible. Tanner Mekhi, I did a rebuild with him and it wasn't that bad. But yeah, real life will show how well he will be doing. Running back, DeAndre Swift, fresh entry from the Lions, of course. And he's a great running back. I used him on the Dolphins franchise, and I just know it from quite a few other rebuilds that I did. He's just a really, really good one here. Combine him with Rashad Penny, who's quite tough and very, very, emphatic in his play. And Kenneth Gainwell, they've got a very, very good running room. Everybody's fit and a lot of room to grow. Colin Gillespie is the fullback here, 27 and 64. The wide receivers, A.J. Brown, an X-Factor already. Devonta Smith, 23 years old, 88 overall. Quez Watkins, 24.75. Olamide Zaccheaus, 25.73. And Greg Ward Jr., 27 and 70. I would say we've got an elite receiver here, of course. Devonta Smith, very, very good. Quez Watkins and Olamide Zaccheaus, not bad, but of course not that highly rated. And Greg Ward Jr., yeah, he's just a little bit meh, but whatever. Tight end room, Dallas Goedert, know him from the San Diego Crusaders franchise. He is absolutely fantastic. We've got Dalton Keenan here as well, 23 and 67. And Grant Calcaterra, 23 and 66. Really like this tight end room, actually. A leading tight end who's powerful, who's tough, who's very, very good. And then we have two backup tight ends that will grow over time, especially with the leadership of such a great tight end. The offensive line, we're going to be taking a look at this one here. We've got Jordan Mailata as the starter here. He's 25, he's 86 overall. He is really, really good. He's a startup trait player, 86 overall, as you can see. So very, very good situation at the left tackle. We've got Roderick Johnson behind him, who's nothing more than a backup. At left guard, Landon Dickerson is injured, 23.82. That might hurt them a little bit. Sua Opeta, 26.61, and Josh Sills, 24.60, a rookie. Yeah, that's not looking too hot, actually. So they might have to switch someone over here to the left guard. I'm not quite sure who that might be. At center, it's Jason Kelsey, stalwart veteran. He's 34.93 overall. Superstar depth trait. Cameron Tom behind him, but he's nothing more than a placeholder at backup. Jason Kelsey, such a good center, so solid, so strong. Best ranked center in the game currently. So this will be really tough. Good protection for Jalen Hurts. The right guard, we've got Michael Schofield the third, 31 and 71. Cam Jurgens, horrible situation. I don't know why Michael Schofield the third is still around. Thought they got rid of him in Prison Break. I had to do that. Sorry, guys. But seriously, I mean, he does have the attributes aren't as bad as the 71 might suggest, but in overall, could and should be better for an elite team. Lane Johnson and the right tackle, of course, 32.95. Behind him, Tyler Steen, pick from Alabama. And Lane Johnson, of course, looking pretty good with the superstar, best ranked right tackle in the league. Wow, Jesus, man, what an offensive line. Let's take a look at defense. They're the ones that we will be facing what do we look like here? We've got Brandon Graham at the left edge. We've got 34 and 81 overall. We've got Julian Okwara behind him to sort of learn the reins from the big guy. I think that is an interesting situation here on the left edge. Yeah, just have to say this looks really, really good. Brandon Graham, I like him a lot. He's such a leader and very, very important. Good that he's staying on a little bit longer. Josh Sweat at the right edge, 25-84. And Janarius Robinson as a backup. But Josh Sweat is the one that is going to be leading the charge with the start of trade, of course. Looking absolutely horrifying. And a long-time Philly player as well, so that is good. In the D-tackle room, we are met by another stalwart veteran. It's Fletcher Cox, superstar, another leader in the room. Also a captain here, 17th best ranked defensive tackle. But I would still say he's elite despite being an 81 because of the abilities that come with the 85. Well, he has one ability, the other one will not be coming. All right, so behind him, Jalen Carter, 21 years old, 80 overall. And there we go. He only has a normal depth chart. I found that interesting. I would think that he has at least a starter trait. So I will be giving him a starter trait. I think that is more realistic. As I said, the guys work very hard and very quick here on creating these players. And so that, of course, also has an impact sometimes on all the details. But I don't really care about that too much. And Jordan Davis is here as well, 22 and 79. That makes these three a very, very balanced D-tackle group, absolutely brutal. And I can only imagine what this will look like in 2 years with Fletcher Cox being a mentor and these two having taken over the reins. The left outside linebacker, Hasten Reddick, 27 years old, 90 overall. Nolan Smith Jr. is behind him. And Hasten Reddick here with a starter trait. Looking pretty good if you ask me. A little bit scary. 90 overall. Doesn't really look it, right? Doesn't really look like it, but he is a fantastic player. Mid linebacker Anthony Hitchens, 30 and 74. This is actually the first one where I'm a little bit meh, but okay. We've got Nakobe Dean and Sean Bradley, so I think Nakobe Dean and this one here will be taken over. Right outside linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul, 33 and 73. Behind him, Nicholas Morrow. Seemingly missing players for these two positions. I would say mid linebacker, right outside linebacker, definitely not too hot. But then again, it's always in the details. And in the end, this is what I love about Madden, is that the combination of the attributes really make a player play the way he plays. Right, next up, the cornerback room, led by Darius Slay Jr., X Factor, an elite player. He's the one to watch out for, of course, when we go for the passes, because the interception, I can already smell it. James Bradbury, the fourth, 29-84, caused a mistake, owned it, caused a mistake in the Super Bowl. If you want to just be on the clear side here, he owned it and he got a contract extension, really thinking that this is the way to go for a team. No blame, no shame, just acknowledge problem, acknowledge a mistake and move on. We've got Avonte Maddox here, 26-79. We've got Greedy Williams, 24-74. Keely Ringo, currently injured, a rookie from the 23 draft, and Zach McPherson. Don't really get this one, but okay. All the other ones I really like a lot. Free safety Duran Harmon, 31-77. We've got Kavon Wallace and Reed Blankenship, another rookie. Might be the brother of Rodrigo, but yeah, what do I know? Duran Harmon, in any case, is I would say it's a bridge player. It's not that crazy good, but he does have solid attributes, right? The speed, acceleration, hit power, awareness, player recognition, and zone coverage, all looking very, very nice. All right, over here at strong safety, we've got Terrell Edmonds, who joined the Eagles. This is a super dangerous player. Really looking quite brutal, I have to say. And he's always been very, very good. Always been quite brutal, quite nasty. Similar to his brother, Tremaine. And yeah, so the strong safety also set very well. Sidney Brown, another rookie to bolster that one. Jake Elliott, the kicker, the punter, Cameron Johnston. And quite a few players, of course, in the practice squad. Let me just see if there's any rookies. Moro Ochomo. All right, that makes sense. Jack Stoll, just a call on. All right, good. That said and done, I think we are ready to take a look at the weekly strategy. How do we handle a team like this? I would say the defense is manageable, but the offense is going to be really, really brutal. So contain the quarterback scramble. I'm just going to stick with this. Why not? Let's see if our defense can keep Jalen Hurts contained. I'm not quite sure if they will be able to do that, but it's just something that we should try and focus on. The run inside might be our best bet. Again, we can always work with audibles. Blitz counter, on the other hand, might be just the right thing to do because Kerem will be swarmed. I don't have any doubts here that the Eagles will be gunning for our quarterback. I'll be training the starter here. Team profile, we still can't train more players. We only have these here. The weekly game plan goals, let's take a look here. Get 1 interception. Ooh, that might be tricky. That might be tricky. But I think it's still doable. So let's try this one here. Allow 20 points or less. We're going to go for 24. It is the Eagles. We're going to go for 250. I think that should work. No sacks allowed. This is a hard one. Win the turnover battle. Do we go all in? 15 first downs. Oh, let's just try the no sacks allowed. Should be doable. Okay, before we head into the game, let's upgrade the franchise staff a little bit more. Just want to make sure that we don't pay too much for these talents that we get here. Initially, of course, I always want to unlock this tree to get down here as quickly as possible, and then switch over to get everybody a scheme fit. But here we will have to focus, as always. I just do that the first time around. Try to get those immediately X Factor enabling on offense, X Factor enabling on defense, and then just get the paths completed for defense as quickly as possible. This one here already going over to play to free safeties, strong safeties, rather than the cornerback, which is okay by me. Don't really care too much about that. Just certain boosts for certain positions. Sometimes it focuses more on these safeties. Sometimes it focuses more on the corners. Either way, I just roll with whatever I get here. Right now, we're going to get Andrew Booth Jr., cornerback. He's going to get 2 skill points. Why that? Oh, because we got extra skill points in the last game. That is very, very nice to have. Mekhi Blackmon will also be getting a few more skill points. That's great. That is really great. All right, we're going to take all that, of course, even if the upgrading phase will take a little bit longer now. Dalvin Cook had a great game. Just slap a few more points on him. I will be focusing on the scheme fit here as much as I can. Same for Alexander Madison. Face scan is really good on this one, actually. Loose sign, same thing. Let's put the zone on him. Seemingly went down, but that is only because he's now switched over to scheme fit, which is basically what I wanted to have anyways. Jordan Addison got a new face. I did switch that over because he just looked like an old man. That was rather weird for a rookie. These players look older than they are more often than not, but still, I would like them to look a little bit more than their likeness. What did I do? I just opened up the NFL app. I went to the draft section, and then I looked at the picture and just fixed this here. If you find things around these roster files, just, you know, don't jump on some forum and just complain there. Just fix it up yourself. I did that with a few of the development traits for the first rounders. I just made sure that all the first rounders had at least a startup trait, except for the super standout players, you know, like Will Anderson, for instance, Paris Johnson Jr., players like that really stand out and really are the best of the class and are really deemed to be very, very good compared to rookies that are usually out of the class here. Jackson Smith-Njigba, for instance, I did give him startup as well. Who else? Bryce Young, of course, and Will Levis, and so on and so forth. So basically, you get the idea. They all had the normal dev trades for some reason. I didn't really agree with that, so I at least gave them let's press too early. I at least gave them a startup trade just to be on the safe side here. Also, I do want to see what can come of them. And with that said and done, we are now actually ready to jump into the game. I fixed the depth charts, and everything is looking as it should right now. So we are ready to dive in, to get going, and that will be that. Just for information, Dreddeus Smith picked up an injury, so he's out. And now I will be trying out Otomewe here because he is actually a scheme fit. That might help us, especially in the training sessions. But for now, first away game against the Eagles in Lincoln Financial Field. Lincoln Financial Field is going to be the venue for today's game here. And it's a Monday night primetime game. Devonta Smith, well, not that crazy stats yet, but we're going to roll with it. Kerem Kosioglu, he is our quarterback right now, and we're going to roll with him unless Jaren Hall gets way better, or we come across a better quarterback. But for now, we're just going to move along with the storyline here. I think that Kerem deserves a shot at leading the team. Here come the Eagles in the home uniforms, green jersey, white pants, and dark socks. The Vikings, of course, in the away uniforms with the colors switched, white and purple top and bottom. We're going to start out with an inside zone run. I know that we are going to go for the blitz counter, but let's try our best here. Let's see what we can do. Calvin Cook stopped to our number 30. Brandon Graham with a quick injury, number 55. For the Eagles edge veteran. Gonna try another inside zone. Those curves, I really like them. The right hand side is looking very inviting actually. Let's see, can we get Jordan Addison over there? Nah, smacked away by number 2. That's Darius Slay Jr. Could have expected that. The coverage really very good. I want to have a quick run here by Addison, just break out, get ready to receive the ball. Oh, I smacked away again. Number 24 was there. This game will be very different in comparison to the first one. The first one was hard already, but this one will be harder. No questions asked. All right, Mekhi Blackmon, beautiful tackle right there. Good stop. Not letting the kick return get too far. Jalen Hurts will be trying to lead his team to a touchdown. 4 touchdowns in the first game. I don't think that it'll be much of a question, right? I think this will just... it will happen, right? Oh, it won't, all right? Our defense is fantastic right now. Stopping the enemy run here. And yes, we do have the iced out and linked in because, of course, the momentum will be moving quicker. And we are stopped again. Number 30. That's Darren Harmon. I was putting a little bit of a shade on him, but probably undeserved. KJ Osborne would be the primary, but Josh Oliver also one of those that I will be aiming for. Nope. Josh Oliver not getting there. Coach Dreddeus trying to get the point across. Right, this should be working better. Let's see. 4 verticals. Gonna try and get Dalvin Cook. We really have a problem at tight end. Currently, there are no good tight ends in the market. Dalvin Cook, how far can we get? All right, up to the, what is it, 4th and 2. That was good. That was good. That was important. DeAndre Swift and Jalen Hurts looking on here. Took quite a while to develop, but we got the ball away. I don't really want to... I don't want to punt the ball here. I don't want to give up the opportunity. So Jordan Addison or Josh Oliver. Who's it going to be? There we go. Beautiful. Jordan Addison. 1st and 10. Karim Koscielny 2 and 5 at the moment. Could be better. Could be worse. The Eagles have really bulked up their defense quite a bit, but not too crazily. Here KJ Osborne stopped 3 and 6 now today for Karim, our quarterback. Mid linebacker sort of moved away a little bit. And the defense really buffed, especially the pass rushers, all right? The secondary, the linebackers not as much, but the edge and the D-tackle really brutal. Oh my lord. Oh my god. All right. Not getting through here. 24. Getting to us very quickly. Dalvin Cook shedding one tackle, but then not really any chance to sort of recuperate that run. Let's go with a dagger here. Do I like the short one? There is actually, it looks like a hole, right? It looks like a hole. Quarterback draw, halfback zone weak. Let's try this, halfback zone weak. Let's quickly reshuffle. And they reshuffle as well. That is not ideal. And then I run directly into the player, which is probably the stupidest thing I could do. 3rd and 15. Will we be held here? Let's try those slants. And there we go. KJ Osborne. Stop by number 29. 4th and 1. So we do close down the gap by 14 yards. Which is pretty awesome, actually, if you ask me. Halfback inside zone. We're going to try and break through here against number 90. Our offensive line, not where I want them to be. But we've got the places. We've got the players in place that we want to see. And here we go. Quarter comes to an end. The Eagles proving to be pretty tough. The first year of a rebuild is always, or of a franchise series is always pretty interesting, especially taking into account that that the players often aren't yet really that developed yet. Beautiful job again here. KJ Osborne running across the short pass. This is basically what we have to do. Just no long passing. Focus on the strengths, which is the short passing. We're gonna go like this. Josh Oliver. Do we get him into position? I'm not convinced. And it's always out of reach. He's a little bit too slow. It's the second time now that he didn't get that one. Let me just try something here. I need to see if probably if Dick Muse is a little bit better here. Does seem to be a little bit more mobile. Josh Oliver, I'm really not that convinced yet. Let's put him here. Let's see. Let's see. 3rd and 2. Josh Sweat tried to get him down. Didn't get to grips. And here we go. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line in the 2nd quarter. 4 minutes still to be played. And we'll see. Do we have a super clever play right here? Let's try the drive corner. Looking for KJ Osborne again. Well, that was quite easily smacked away because there's absolutely no sting on the ball currently. Takes very long for the ball to really get going. The power not as high, of course, and that is a huge detractor from where the ball goes and how quickly it goes there. But here we go. Dalvin Cook luckily has good legs, grabs the ball and runs and converts. So we score first against the Eagles, which is pretty good considering those are the Super Bowl runner-ups. And here we go. Dalvin Cook gets the pylon. Jalen Hurts strikes back immediately. That was to be expected. So very important that we got that first touchdown right there. Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne. Do we have a chance? I think we do. Justin Jefferson. Try the stiff arm. Post wheel drag next. With a short route here. We are inside the 2 minutes. Tanner Muse. Alright, that immediately looked a little bit better compared to Josh. What's his face? There we go. Let's go with this one again. Short one. Dalvin Cook. Why are we so close? Jesus Christ, man. That is super close view. Oh, poor accuracy. Pressure was on. So the clock is stopped at 1 minute and 1 second. That's it. Muse again. Addison, maybe. Oh, that is overthrown. That's not ideal. Not ideal. All right. Dalvin Cook again. Can we get him going? 3rd and 10, 57 seconds. Probably the run game would be better. Do we get this? That's way too tight. It's way too tight. We'll never get through. So let's try this mesh spot here. Can we throw them off? Hell yeah, we can. There we go. Justin Jefferson. 4th and inches. He does somehow go backwards, which is not exactly what I wanted to see. But 36 seconds. And we are still moving forwards. And there we go. Dalvin Cook breaking through. We call a timeout right now. Now is the time to do that. Bench switch time. Let's go here. Tanner Muse looking at KJ Osborne on that tight route over there. Beautiful run. I really like Osborne. I really like him. Stepping out of bounds here, 22 seconds. Clock is stopped. Let's go with the screen. Let's try maybe 2 or 3 more plays, and then we will have to. Oh my lord! Oh. Timeout. 16 seconds. That was 1 yard gain. That is not exactly what I was hoping for. But Muse, Osborne again, maybe Jefferson for that first down. That would be great. Tanner Muse. All right. Let's call this timeout. And now I will be going for field goal. Because, I mean, yes, we are iced, and that is a super horrible view. That is a horrible view. Oh, wow. I think I can only say wow. That has to be the worst field goal kick I have seen in a very, very long time. Wow. All right, now we take over again in the 3rd quarter. And let's get going. Now with a cross again. Casey Osborne. You want to see him go. Good pass. Good catch. And that was nice. Very well done. Karim getting the ball to the player that I wanted to get to. Alright, here we go. Left-hand side run. Let's try and pick up the run game again a little bit. There we go. Very nice. Karim has actually been doing a better job at these passes. Of course, the spiral is not tight. The throw power is not super high, but those aren't things that you can expect from a UDFA quarterback here. So let's go. Let's see. Do we go to the left? Let's try the drive flood. I do want to move around this this line that is just waiting to pounce on me. I can just feel it. There we go. I knew that it was coming. The bum rush was coming from behind. And that is absolutely not something that I wanted to feel right now. Just take a look. It's replay time. Yes, guys, it is replay time. For the first time in this franchise series, going back a little bit, dropping too far out of the pocket. But Dalvin Cook blocking here a little bit. But there's a player moving just all around the outside here. Coming. Ooh, and that was really a last-ditch throw. Who is that? Let's check it out. Oh, of course, Savante Maddox. Who else but him could be coming at us this quickly? Right, left-hand side run. Dalvin Cook once more. The Eagles proving to be a good opponent here. Oh, can we break that? Oh, we cannot break that. That would have been nice, because that would have really put us into a very good position. So here we go. Dalvin Cook again. Slight curved run here. Do we find a gap? Jesus, man. A lot of rushing. A lot of green helmets. There is no gap. 2nd and 6. Let's go with a pivot dig. And of course, I don't want to do this. I'm not sure if Justin Jefferson is the best target here, or if this play. I mean, let's try it, right? It was a recommendation. Let's see if we have enough time. Oh my lord! Oh, ooh, thank you, Lord. 3rd and 3. So Kerem didn't get the ball away quick enough. On the other hand, the dig took quite a while to develop. Actually, if you keep your eyes on Justin Jefferson here, just turn so that we can see the quarterback as well. And he goes like this, then he turns back and boom, loses his opposing number. So Maddox is lost. Now the player is free, but there is pressure coming. Do you see him bearing down? And then the throw goes, Jesus Christ. Look at the ball. Look at how wobbly that is. Wow. Jesus. Luckily, Jefferson can go backwards and catch it. Would have been a beautiful pickup on the first down. But yeah, not too crazy about that one. Felt a little bit lucky. Dalvin Cook, first down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Number 98, that is Jalen Carter. And he is really bum rushing us quite brutally here. Halfback zone weak, left hand side. Can we get a player out there? Let's try the stick spacing. Again, Justin Jefferson. Taken down here, that was Maddox. Not a chance to evade here. But Dalvin Cook. Curved run. Let's go. He really controls very, very nicely. Garrett Bradbury, an injury timeout. Oh, that is not great. That is not great. That is our center. And that hits us at the end of the 3rd quarter. We are actually not doing bad. I expected us to be pummeled way more. But we're not. 3rd and 2. Or maybe not yet. Did I jinx it? Did I jinx this just now? I think we just made it across the line here. Dalvin Cook. 13 rushes, 35 yards. That does say a lot. It is a little bit of a problem when the inside is so tough. And of course the quarterback isn't yet that abdominal tear. Jeebus. Oh, I'm not a happy bunny. We need to switch around on the offense already. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the depth chart. We need to come up with a good solution here. Right, Christian Darrisaw is fit. That is good. Ezra Cleveland, so left side is sorted. Who do we put here? Ezra Cleveland can also play. Brian O'Neill. I think I'm going to put Brian O'Neill there. Olisai Mekhi will take over. Right guard is Ed Ingram. That works for me. I need a solid center right now. I need a lot of protection for Kerem. Don't really want him to get destroyed here. Let's go the right flat. Can we switch this quickly? All right. KJ Osborne is ready. Justin Jefferson is the dude I want to see with the ball. Oh, there we go. First attempt. Oh, and a fumble. A fumble by our best wide receiver. A turnover, number 91 gets the ball here. Get running. And it was just stripped. Stripped and then taken. That is bad. That is bad, and that is the score. Ah, I jinxed it, right? I did that. That is on me. Momentum is bad right now. We lose the receiver icons before the snap. Now that is fantastic. All right, and I was completely confused now. I was looking for receiver icons. I was like, wait, what? Oh, that is not good. KJ Osborne. There we go. It is really, the noise is quite loud in my earphones. I know what Kerem is going through. Running attack now here with Dalvin Cook. Drag down. Josh Sweat, number 94. And this defense, especially the edges, the tackles, and the linebackers, combining for a very, very formidable line here. So brutal. Very, very brutal. All right. KJ Osborne, 2 minutes 13. I would like to get 2 plays out. And that is a drop by Jordan Addison. 18 and 26 today. I reckon we could be playing a little bit better. On the other hand side. Yeah, that did not work. That did not work out. Well, we have to try and just get back at them here. Bench switch. Let's try this one here. Darius Slay Jr. has his X Factor activated. And this is really a problem. The icons are gone. So stepping outside here is KJ Osborne. That is great. Followed by Morrow. But we do push forward. So we do get a few yards. I think it's the first down. Couldn't turn the corner anymore. 1st and 10. Halfback slip screen. Left hand side seemed to work quite well. Get the ball to Dalvin Cook. Let him run a little bit. And just hope that we stop the clock. Yeah. 3 yards. 3 yards. Do we go to the other side? Let's try the other side. We have an active X Factor on that side. Is this stupid of me? Yeah, there's no power. There's no power in the run at the moment because we just lose a lot of momentum, meaning his motion momentum compared to when he's in full swing. And that is a drop by Dalvin Cook. 4th and 4. Vontae Maddox. That is really... Is this a turning point? Is this the turning point? Do we try flood? I could have KJ Osborne go left here. Flood, wide receiver. I think a flood probably the best idea. Get Osborne into a good position. And we can't move past the first down. Terrell Edmonds and Darius Slay Jr. defend extremely tight here. Never any doubt of getting away. And the former Steelers player Terrell Edmonds. And there we go. That is the game. 14 and 17 in favor of the Eagles on the road. To be honest, it was to be expected a little bit. And we had a few injuries. Those didn't help. Had to reshuffle the offensive line. But yeah, there we go. I think we gave it our all. But we just have to acknowledge that there's a difference in quality there. 71% completion rate for Kerem, whereas we only have 41 for Jalen Hurts. 161 yards. That is actually not bad. I'm very pleased. And a touchdown for Kerem. That is very good. Dalvin Cook, we never got going on the run game. I tried forcing it, but that, of course, is something that was probably not too clever. The receiving side was very hard to cover. KJ Osborne was good. Justin Jefferson was good. Saved me once or twice. Dalvin Cook. So a few players did try to join in here. but it didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. Solo tackle leader Nicholas Morrow, total tackle leader Nicholas Morrow, tackles for loss Anthony Hitchens, 1 sack by Danielle Hunter, 0 interceptions. Well, can't win everything, right? So it is a 1-1 at the moment. We're still in top of the NFC North, but we do have a new injury to add to the list. So Darius Smith will be back next week. That is positive. Garrett Bradbury's out for 2 weeks. That is great, in air quotes. Blake Brandle is out, and this one hurts. 9 more weeks waiting for TJ Hawkinson. He's going to be missing so much of the season. So much. Oh, that is horrible. That is really horrible. Wish we could do something here. Do I put him to injured reserve? Nope, wouldn't really make a lot of sense. I need him back then. I could bring in another player then, probably at tight end, but to be honest, just not really feeling this one. So yeah, we're just gonna have to stomach that. Yeah, chalk off the game. Focus on next week. The Lions at home, at least, so a home game again. That is good. A division rival. If we win that, that would be extremely positive in terms of our division standings. Overall, I did enjoy the game despite losing it, of course. Yeah, as I said, you can't win everything. Very happy that you're here. Appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for liking and subscribing. That just helps a lot. And as always, guys, thanks for being here. See you next time.